It's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show with Lady Love, Bad Bunny, and I go by Miss Lissa. We gon' wake that ass up. It's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show, and Cheese Show. We give you what you need, yo. You need, yo. Every 3 times a week, yo. It's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show, and Cheese Show.
Yeah, bacon, egg, and cheese, about to wake that ass up. Girl, who is you playing with? Wake that ass up. Told your big daddy when you wake your ass up. Yo, what is you waiting for? Wake that ass up.
After we do the show, then stop. Then what? Subscribe it like it's hot. After we do the show, then stop. Now what? Subscribe it like it's hot. Now subscribe it like it's hot. Now subscribe it like it's hot. BEC, so subscribe it like it's hot. So subscribe it like it's hot. So subscribe it like it's hot. BEC, so subscribe it like it's hot. So subscribe it like it's hot. Subscribe it like it's hot.
Serena, what's good? Barbie Bob, what up? What up? DJ Versetti, my guy, my nigga, my, you know what I mean. Vaughn Jokes, what up? Bring the Beats, what up? Jim, what up? Brooklyn, make some noise.
Jersey.
Not right here. New Jersey, man. That nigga said New Jersey.
Jersey. Make some noise.
Bacon, cheese. God is my publicist.
You know the vibes. 3 times a day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, at noon.
What up?
Going crazy. I thought that Overflow was going to just take little parts of it and just incorporate it into the store, but she just let it go. But happy Monday, everyone. Share the love, share the life. I think
Today's Monday.
Founder and creator of Fader is here. His name is Rob. I think I saw his name popped up. So if you in here, Complex, what's good? Cornerstone, what's good? Okay, they saying that the Breakfast Club ain't going to be serving the same breakfast no more. So it's time for people's favorite dish. Okay.
It's Monday or Wednesday?
I don't know. What's today?
Today's Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
I was about to say, girl.
It's because we didn't do a show on Monday. I'm thrown off. Thank you. I'm sorry, everybody. It's hump day. Okay. These days is flying by. But we could still ask you to share the love, whether it's Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. You know the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show is here for you. So make sure that. All right. How many times they're going to write it's Wednesday in the comments? Okay. Okay. It's whatever day I said it is. It's my day.
It's my day.
It's Wednesday. So Babs is going to be a little behind schedule. She's getting herself together. But in the meantime, in between time, how are you feeling?
Tired. It was just a crazy weekend. I was out of town with my family this weekend in Orlando. And then you know, it was a lot of kids and stuff. So my grandmother, saw the whole family. So, you know,
your grandma good. First of all, like the DNA is not playing. Oh, the face card is never declining. I was like, cause your mother put a picture, and I was like, that's her mother. Like,
yeah, no, I told her that.
Why just say that?
Yeah, and I shout out to my grandmother, 96. I got to see my aunts, my cousin.
96.
Yeah, so I got to see a bunch of people, you know. Now I'm home tired, like 2 days later, 3 days later.
You're still recuperating and recovering, but shout out to all the Leos. It is still our season. If you a Leo, jump in the comments section. I said Leo, so the rest of y'all, I don't want to hear about you or your birthday. I just want to know about my Leo gang. Happy belated birthday to Brina. She is a big component of the show, so we want to send some love to Brina Beats. You already know the vibes. That's one of my favorite Leos. The other favorite Leo is in my mirror. It's me. And my mother, who's also Leo, but my mother is Cancer-y Leo. She is the 25th of July, so she's not a full-fledged real Leo to me. Sometimes, you know, she could be an emotional Cancer, and she be ready to kill people, go to their funeral, pay for it, and then ask them why they made her do that to them. So all my Leos, when is your birthday? It's our season. Drop those fire OGs.
Akila is a Leo too.
Leo is the best sign ever, okay? We are the only sign ruled by the sun, God's sun. The rest of y'all ruled by Mercury or Venus or Serena, whatever Williams y'all ruled by, but we ruled by God's sun. Now, as we waiting for Babs, we could talk a little bit about some topics. So something I saw in the news, it wasn't on the list, and I do need your help with the list today because I wasn't able to grab everything. But Serena Williams announced that she will be retiring very soon. So she's saying the knees is buckling, her arms is tired, she got to raise her baby, a lot of other businesses to be, made. So she's taking a break. How do you feel about her retiring? Do you feel like it's on time or she should wait a little bit?
I feel like all of us is retiring. Beyonce said, release this job, and everybody said, you know what? You're right. Cause I'm ready to retire and I don't even know from what. I don't, I'm gonna retire after this show and take a nap. But nah, like she been out here slapping those balls since she paused since she was out in Compton. Her daddy, is doing all of this Michael Jackson, Joe Jackson stuff. So I mean she made her bag, she reached her goal. Her and Venus did an amazing job, and she a little bigger than Venus. So, Venus stick around a little bit longer, cool. But Serena's like, I had enough. I done had Drake. I done had the biggest rappers. I done dated Common. I done did all kinds of stuff. She's a GOAT out here. City Girls is up 10 points. So if you got to retire, do it, girl.
Did you get to see that movie?
Mm-hmm. A couple times. King Richard. Excellent movie.
And I feel so bad for Will Smith because that was going to be, that was the role that gave him that award. And he over here acting crazy, just changing the whole system. But, yeah, we definitely going to get into, I want to talk about Irv Gotti, but I just want to wait until the bacon is here because I need both of my industry ladies in the building. I need both of y'all opinions on, what's going on with Irv Gotti and him not being able to let Ashanti go. Like, he's still in love with her, and you could tell, but we're going to get into all of that when Babs get here. In the meantime, make sure you are following the BEC Show on Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel because we're going to be moving very soon. There's more announcements to be made. There's bigger platforms that we're going to be on, but we're going to very soon we're going to be moving to YouTube. So we need all of y'all that support the show, buying badges, pulling up every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We need y'all to pull up to our YouTube channel and just hit subscribe. And don't forget to press that notification bell so you don't miss any of this exclusive content. Shout out to Overflow. Shout out to Brina B. Shout out to Star. Shout out to BK Bully. Everybody in the kitchen that helps us to cook up your favorite dish. Yes, Bunny is in the building. I see a little bit of titty, and the baby is looking pretty. Okay?
Eddie Uptown. Happy birthday, Eddie Uptown. Nicole Marie.
You coming against the mute button? I think you muted. Say something, Donna Summers.
Say something. I'm giving it up on you.
The audio is on because the people.
I'm here.
Okay, because we wasn't sure. You like you was miming for a second. So everybody wants to know how the ladies are feeling about this whole situation with Fat Joe. So Fat Joe, I'm sorry, not Fat Joe. Fat Joe actually commented, but Irv Gotti went on Drink Champs and he had a lot to say about Ashanti. He said that the song Happy was created after a happy moment with them. He said that although was over her, it didn't seem as though he was because he started talking about how he found out that she was with Nelly when he was at home with his wife watching Sports Center or something like that. And then they was like, oh, it's a lot of commotion. No, the commotion, we figure out what it is. It's Ashanti here in the building with Nelly. So how do y'all feel about this man still dragging it? Do you feel like he should let it go? Judge Mathis says that Ashanti should serve Irv Gotti with a gag order. Do y'all agree? Do y'all feel like it's his story to tell? Was this just a clickbait to get more people to watch his documentary? I'm going to go to you. Whoever wants to speak first, it's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show.
Go ahead, love.
First of all, call me Bird. It's not typical light skin behavior because I ain't tripping off nothing from 20 years ago. You know, they all on me. You know what I'm saying? Once you lose luck, you lose whatever goes with. Trying to say, but Irv Guy, this is not the first time that he has brought Ashanti up to speak about their sexual relations. And one thing that I noticed about Ashanti, she's always kept her relationships under wrap or kept them on the low. If we found out, we found out, you know, like, you know, remember she was dating Flo Rida. You know, she was dating different people. So I think it's totally unfair for Irv, especially since he was working with her since she was, you know, a teenager. So all of these creepy Me Too vibes that's going on, you know, is disgusting. But people say, oh, she was 21, she was an adult. If you at 21 was an adult, kudos to you. You know, especially if you're older now and you could look back and see that 21 is just really a number, you know, 3 years away from 18. You just graduated high school. I think it's disgusting that he's still running around here doing what he's doing. I mean, Fat Joe, kudos to you for sticking up for her. I definitely appreciate that. You and Judge Mathis, because a lot of people be scared to be outspoken right now. And I think now is the age of accountability. And Irv needs to know, like, that's corny what you're doing. You know, if you're trying to get more eyes on your documentary, there's more things. Oh, shout out Mike Geronimo. There's more things that you could discuss that happen and you know, and your career and stuff like that. You can talk about how Ja Rule did the video in jail, and then 50 Cent came and did the video in jail. You can talk about how 50 Cent stole Ja Rule's whole blueprint, you know, and then get that beef going back again. To talk about this, you
They
know,
don't that smoke.
yeah, to talk about this woman again, and just, you know, especially, you know, like she might not defend herself. You know, I just think it's just really weird and strange that you'll do that. Plus, Ashanti's been through enough. Like, wasn't she in an abusive relationship? And she spoke about it briefly on the Breakfast Club last year sometime or something like that. I remember that as well. So, you know, shout out to the guys who don't kiss and tell or they just hide the bodies. But you other guys who's out here like talking more than women nowadays, you should be ashamed of yourself, you know?
Mm. Mm.
And when I was on
Well, go ahead, love.
when I was on Def Jam, remember we used to have the two-way pages. He sent out a mass text. They was having strippers at the studio, and they gave price points on, you know, if you want this how much it costs, and that how much it costs. And I was young. I was like, you got the wrong number. I guess they was inviting me over. I should have went so I could have had more to this story.
Mm. Well, I definitely don't feel that way. You know, I feel like the question was asked. He's in a state where he's telling his life story, you know, and the his life story, the Murder Inc. story. And I don't feel like he should not talk about her when he's talking about everything in his past. When people are like, oh, that was 20 years ago, I'm like, yeah, well, Murder Inc. was 20 years ago too. So should he not talk about that? Should we all just not talk about our past? If he is a celebrity and he is telling his story, why should he leave that out? That's a big part of his story. Yeah, so I don't think it was nothing wrong with him answering they asked him. Let's make that clear. He was asked, and yes, he's doing a documentary. Absolutely. And so that's why you got people up here telling their stories. Go on YouTube, go on all these sites where you got old people from 20, 30 years ago telling their stories about 20, 30 years ago. Everybody, they got documentaries out about past relationships and all of this stuff. So why is it Irv shouldn't say it because it's Ashanti? Like
No,
it
no.
happened.
To say it on Drink Champs, you know, it'd have been different. You know, it's in the documentary, fine, let it slide, you know, in there. And I'm going to pull up a show that we've had because you had a different opinion on somebody.
I know, I did. But
You
as time went by, let me say this.
The scales.
Because opinions could change. You start to do research. Once you could say, feel one way, and start to do research, and your opinion can change. So I'm here to say, yes, my opinion did change. And I do feel like it is his story. And he has the right to tell it. It's another chick that just came out. She doing a book or a movie, and she's telling about one of these celebrities that she was with. I can't remember the name, but they was in a lesbian relationship. And she was asked, how do you feel about this person? Like, how do you think they're going to feel that you putting this out there? And she was like, I don't care how they feel, because I'm telling my story. This is my story, and I have the right to tell it, period. And so that's it.
There's a difference, or maybe there's a thin line between telling my story and just going overboard and just, just throwing shots and slandering. Like, I think that it was very distasteful how he did it, and I can't listen
You
to
got to
it.
remember, love, though, you got to remember, it wasn't just them sleeping with each other. They had business. So where Irv went wrong is sleeping with his artist, right? But now you got Ashanti, that's like his number 2, number 3 artist on Murder Inc. And because whatever they going through, she's like, yo, I don't want to be on the Inc. no more. And so at the end of the day, me just as a person, I'm taking the sex out of it. I put you on. I put you on, push you in front of everybody, change your life, because you're not out here blowing it down like, the girls that could blow. You're not doing that. So I'm making it happen for you, me. And then all of a sudden,
Better than cat.
now you don't want to mess with me no more after I did all this for you.
Babs, this
of being with Nelly, she got afraid with everything that was happening with that federal case, and
You with
all
Murder
down.
Inc. No, Lissa, you signed to a label called Murder Inc. Don't tell me you scared now. When these niggas is outside, you been riding with them. You ain't scared now.
No, Inc. Murder Inc. Like a play on words.
Murder is still murder. They were still rapping about street shit. I don't want to hear none of that shit. I was scared. And she was at them court cases. She didn't leave right then. She was there when they was going through that.
Well, that's what he had said in the interview with Drink Champs. He was saying that she wasn't riding for them no more after everything that started happening with, with the federal case. But furthermore, wasn't he married when he was messing with her? So it was like, first of all, you was being disloyal to your wife. Second of all, that girl was very young and she was impressionable, so it was easy for you to get in her head. And thirdly, let it go. Like, yes, you telling your story, but you definitely dragging her through the mud and you using her to get attention on your story. Like, you could have been talking about anything else. And I also want to know, how do y'all feel about the backlash that Ja Rule is also getting now? Because people want to know, how come he didn't defend Ashanti's honor, since that is his homegirl? Like, how come he just kept sitting back and saying, I don't know this part of the story, I don't know that part, I didn't know? And it's like, okay, but at what point are you gonna, maybe segue or utilize, y'all friendship to, let him know, bro, you going a little hard, or do something? Do y'all feel like
maybe they don't really have a friendship. See, people gotta stop letting, they do music together. Maybe they not really as close as people thought that it was. And yes, she was younger than Irv, but she wasn't underage. And yes, Irv had the power and to put her in a position, and that's probably why she messed with him anyway. But at the end of the day, she knew he was married. So if you're gonna say he was wrong, then she was wrong. You knew he was married, Ashanti, and you still slept with him and smiled in his white face. Like, so why nobody pulling that card? Why they saying, it's all him? What about her? Like, come on.
Cause she keeping it on she like, don't tell no.
Yeah, because that's what happens when your card ain't. That's what happened when your card ain't clean. Like, if she was doing everything right, she would be speaking up and be like, hey, what's going on here? How dare you? But she ain't do that. You knew he was married just as well as he was married. You damn sure probably met his wife, smiled up in her face. You probably dipped your lobster tail in butter sauce at the same table with her. So at the end of the day, we can't just say Irv. It's 50-50. They both was wrong in that part.
Let me explain something to you. I am 40 years old now. Thank God. Right? I've grown. I'm able. Look, Uncle Champ, what up? And I will say to you that the things that were held against 18-year-old Luck and go ahead, baby, 18-year-old Luck and even 21-year-old Luck by adults. You know, there were adults who were around and held me responsible for things when I was a child that I think is fucked up. Yeah, 21, you know, legally you're able to drink, but mentally, where are you? So for a
You
20,
ain't know that 21. You didn't know what cheating was at 21 years old. You didn't know.
it's not that. It's not that.
Thought process to have the same considerations and the same care. You're a little more selfish when you're younger. And
No.
also, in this case, we got to also remember that, I'm sorry to cut you off, Luck, but it's like Ashanti wanted to get on, and he kind of also did utilize his authority, his power, and his prestige to get her. Like,
That's your right.
and
You're
now she's
absolutely
not,
right.
it'd be
But
different if
she
she wrote
knew
a
he
tell-all.
was
It'd be
married.
different dragging him.
Look, you're right, Lissa. That's not the point. What I'm saying is yes, he had the power. Yes, she was in a position where somebody's offering her a plate and she probably wanted what was on the plate and she did what she had to do. But that does not mean that she didn't know it was wrong. At the end of the day, it does not mean she didn't know what cheating meant. And when I was 21 years old, I knew when I was cheating, and if somebody cheated on me, it hurt me. So at the end of the day, it wasn't like I was 21 and I got cheated on. I'm like, oh, well, I don't know. I'm 21. I don't have any feelings. I'm just a dingbat out here. No, it don't work like that. Period.
Cool. I just know that there are a lot of females at 21 who don't know self-respect, self-love. There are a lot of us who, when we were younger, used our bodies and gave our bodies to people who couldn't get it today. I know that at 21, my mind is totally different than it is today. And I just say, like, when I was 18, 19, 20, 21, of course I knew right from wrong sleeping with somebody's husband, but it's a different mentality that I have today. And I would not hold a 21-year-old accountable because our brains scientifically do not finish developing until we're 25 years old. So at 21, she's 7 years away from 14. Irv was a grown man in his 30s. I'm not going to speak on the, you know, she wanted to get signed and all that. I don't know how the relationship blossomed. But I do know that at 21, I do not want to hear at 41 me sleeping with this older man who is now in his 50s telling people about our intimacy in such a matter. You know, if it's in your movie or documentary, you want to show it, fine. Like, I agree with Fat Joe, pulling up the drink champs and throwing sis under the bus completely is disgusting, and I know that I wouldn't appreciate it if somebody did it to me.
So
And
Is Nene Leaks 21? Because she was sleeping with somebody's husband, allegedly. Is Portia 21? Because she was allegedly sleeping with somebody's husband. It's grown ass 30, 40,
But
50-year-old women doing
even,
the same thing that
but
this 21-year-old did. I just, me personally, I'm
but
not letting
nobody.
that fly.
I hear you, but nobody's on Drink Champs doing interviews about it. Like, we're here
That's
discussing
because they ain't being
about it,
asked. They
right?
ain't being
But
asked about
but
it.
but we're sitting here talking about Ashanti and Irv Gotti. I mean, infidelity, adultery, it's been around forever. We're not gonna throw everybody in the pot. This is not gumbo. This is Ashanti and Irv is dead whack for what he did.
I was just responding to what you said, Luck, when you were saying that it was her age. And I'm just saying that its age don't have nothing to do with people sleeping with people's husbands. Now, do I feel like, he shouldn't have been dealing with her just because it's business? Yes. Don't mix business with pleasure. But at the end of the day, she wasn't a little girl. She was younger than him. And yeah, okay, so we're not gonna make it seem like, oh, he did something with a little girl. Let's not paint that narrative. Should he have been talking about her in the manner that he was? He could talk about whoever he want to talk about in any type of way. It's his story. And ain't nobody gonna tell me how I should talk about my story. It's my story. And if I want to talk about a chick that I smashed 25 years ago, bitch, it's up for you. I'm gonna tell it because it's my story.
I'm just saying.
Well, how do you feel, both of you ladies? How do you feel? Because you keep bringing up the married part. What about the fact that Ashanti didn't take those vows to honor the relationship? He did. So it's like, hold him accountable for that. And yeah, I just feel like, at the end of the day, tell your story, but it's like you dragging your story, and it's like you utilizing, whatever y'all went through to bring more awareness and attention to yourself. And it's like there's so many other stories to talk about. Why don't you talk about how you allegedly got money from Supreme Team or the murder?
That's not what people want to hear about. It just so happened that he was dealing with a girl that's a celebrity. Like, yes, he's going to talk about what people want to hear. Yes, he's promoting a documentary. And yes, this happened in his life. She was signed to Murder Inc. And so at the end of the day, yes. And so people promote in all kinds of ways. People, like the chick Robin wrote a book about how she was sleeping with Whitney Houston. Which when Whitney tried to keep that shit under the bus for years, nobody told her she was whack for that. And that was 20-something years ago.
If Ashanti at 21 was a child, okay? That's
oh my God.
21. I don't care what society says. I don't care. You got a little license. You can go outside and drive and have yourself some drinks. At 21, you're still a child to me. Simply put, 21. Majority of us still live at home. At 21, you know what I'm saying? You're still in school. At 21, there's just so much going on. So Babs, like, you wouldn't even date a 21-year-old right now. So how you saying you're talking about they in the dope? Like, if you would not date a 21-year-old, do not sit on my line.
I'm not 30. I'm not 30. When I was 30 years old, I probably would have. I'm not 30. I'm older now. I'm not dating a 21-year-old right now. But when I was 30, all 21-year-olds are not living at home with their mothers. No. So at the end of the day, that's not true.
Wait, tell me, I said majority. I didn't say all of us, right? Okay, fine. You wouldn't do it. So you would date someone 31 right now, Ben?
It depends. It depends on the maturity level. It definitely depends. It depends on what we have in common and stuff like that. I wouldn't be looking to date a 31-year-old, but if I came across one, that's not going to be the reason why I'm not going to be with her because she's 31.
I just think that in our society, we really ignore how much of a predator most of us are. There's a predator society that we live in, and we try to dictate who's bad and who's not when it's extremely common. I don't think R. Kelly should have as much time in jail as he does when we're dropping movies about Elvis Presley, and he married a 14-year-old woman.
And what about the white man that married his I can't think of it right now. He married
Woody Allen, Jerry Lee Lewis.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of people who are predators. All three of us were in high school and saw people in their 20s pulling up to the high school, picking up young girls. And so I think that we have been conditioned to see some things as normal when they're not. And that's one of the reasons why I'm scared to have children, to be honest with you, because I know with my temper and my temperament, I'm going to lay somebody down. So if there's a 30-something-year-old man and I don't know, sleeping with my 21-year-old daughter, she grown, she make mistakes. You, sir, are older than her. You know what I mean? Like, you know what's up. Now, if you're going to love her, marry her, just that a third, cool, y'all, because I know people who that's happened with. But at the same time, I don't think it's normal for a man to be talking about it. Yeah, I'm scared to have children. This planet, this country is shit.
It's scary.
Customer service, shit. Phone,
I don't.
everything is just going to shit. And I'm sorry, some of the videos I see online, like this one video I saw, this little boy was at school and he's punching this girl in the face, and all the boys is around laughing and they videotaping it. I'm going to jail. You
I am.
saying, like, there's just certain things, I'm going to jail. And I'm not calling the police, and don't touch nothing of mine. So that's why I'm just like,
If
yo,
I send my child to school and my child get hurt in school, I'm suing. I'm suing everything. The school, the board of education. My child is supposed to be safe. I'm not having that. My kid get jumped on the school property, hit anything, like bullies. Like, yeah, we going to court.
what if I
Period.
that there's like when you send your kids to school, because that happened with my nephew. My nephew, he was in school fighting, and he had my sister picked him up one day. He had to get 8 stitches on his eye, right? And when I'm calling my friend who's a teacher, she works for the school system, and I'm asking her what could be done. She said, nothing. When you send your kids to school, like there's certain laws and stuff that's around. Like she was explaining to me, like if 2 kids get in a fight, there was 2 kids who got in a fight at her school. The teacher broke it up, and he got fired for that because the one kid said that the other kid was able to get the best of him because they, broke the fight up. Like it's very sticky when it comes to these type of situations. So that's why it's best to live in a good school, district, because well, we
I
like
didn't sign anything, Luck, but I put my son
to
in
let
school
go.
that said that I couldn't sue.
You got a lot of us don't even know the rules, laws, and
No,
regulations.
I'm saying the rules and but this is the thing. I didn't sign anything. And so if I didn't sign anything and it's not in the school pamphlet that, if your child gets hurt by another student or a teacher that you can't sue, I'm suing. So I encourage all of you parents out here, like if you have to send your kid, because for me, I'm not sending my kid to a school where they're getting bullied. Like I'm pulling them out of there. I think it's like torture to send a kid to a school every day where they know that they're going to be bullied. I heard Chris Rock talk about it, and he said it was torture for him. Every day he went to school, he knew. Can you imagine getting up every morning to get dressed to walk into a place where somebody's going to physically abuse you every day? Like, that's horrible for a kid. So we pulling them out. But we suing. We going to court. We going to court. And if I can't sue the school, I'm suing the parents. Somebody going to come up with something. Period.
I don't know. I'm just saying it's a crazy world we live in, and we live in a predator society. It's been going on since day one, to the point where we're normalizing Irv Gotti speaking about what he did with a woman that was younger than him, that he knew better than. He knew better than. He was an adult at the time.
And he was married. It's
Yeah,
nothing.
with children.
He was married.
With children. Yes, at 21 years old, you're highly impressionable. I used to have a friend who was in his 30s, almost 40 years old, and he only dated girls who were like in their 20s and things of that nature. And it looked a little creepy to me. And I asked him why. Like, why do you just keep going with these younger girls? They're easily impressed. They're impressionable. Most of them, now, of course, that this is before all the city girls and all this stuff, but it's easy. A grown woman might want you to take her someplace. This young girl, she go cool with McDonald's. You could go smash at your parents' house. You know what I mean? Like, it's just certain things that most young girls would allow and tolerate that older women wouldn't.
But I've asked guys that, and most of them said it's a form of control. And that's like the main reason why they do it. I did things when I was younger that I look back on that I wouldn't do now. But it just depends on the mood that I'm in. I might smash you in your mom's crib if I'm on that type of time. You know what I'm saying? Like, a few of them Casamigos, you know what I'm saying? Mommy sleep. It might go down in the crib, like, because, sometimes you go and visit. Like, oh, we're gonna go visit my mom. And then it might go down in mommy crib. So look,
I different.
guest room action. Guest room action.
Moving on, everyone, make sure you again are following the BEC Show on Instagram now. Another issue that is being brought to the forefront years later is the issue with Emmett Till. So Emmett Till was abducted and he was murdered by some white folks because of a woman. Now they're saying that she lied. So she lied and said that Emmett Till whistled at her or said something to her.
No,
And,
they said that they lied back then and said he touched her. But
well, whatever it was, there was a discovery of a warrant from 1955 that was charging this woman for the kidnapping, and they swept it under the rug, and it was found as of recent. So they were attempting to have her convicted, or at least pulled into court, question something. And the grand jury in Mississippi declined indicting this woman, and they're saying that the family is saying that, of course, she's being protected. So as we're saying that, Irv Gotti should let sleeping dogs lie and not bring up old stuff, how do we feel about this case now, where people are bringing up something that is very traumatic and should be, addressed, but it's not being addressed? So how do y'all feel about that?
This is someone who was murdered. I think this is totally different. I don't know, something about it is just really different. Like, he's dead. But me personally, it happened so long ago. That God, Allah, Yahweh, Krishna, whoever you believe in the universe, let them deal with it at this point. What do you expect from Mississippi? What do you expect from this country, basically? So I didn't even expect it to go that far. I saw, when it started gaining momentum in the news, and people was pulling up at her house. Like, I think it was a group of like Black Panthers or something like that, pulled her crib and found her. But at this point, that's something that she had to live with, whether she cares or not, because there are people who are just so racist. As Martin Luther King said, at one point, white people were so poor, all they could feed their children was Jim Crow. So, as far as she's concerned, I just let the afterlife deal with it.
So you feel like if they feel like the family should just let it be what it is and allow her spirit to just be.
I don't feel like it's like it is what it is, but at this point, Nat Turner's family is still fighting for his remains. They have belts made out of his skin, and we're talking about 200-300 years ago. Like, this country is disgusting, So what do we expect? You know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, you're gonna tire yourself out. You're gonna die soon. Just like this other story my brother-in-law sent me today. I'm still trying to understand what the heck is going on. It says every single let me read this to you. Every single Senate Democrat just voted against defining pregnancy as a biological female process. What? You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all wasting these votes and y'all bringing amendments to something that is just so crazy, and especially the Democrats. I mean, my head hurts watching the news. When they say ignorance is bliss, ladies and gentlemen, that is the truth. When you don't want to go do any research, when you don't want to watch the news, you can be very happy. But the more you learn and the more you realize about your surroundings, the more you go research all the history of the world, you just get so depressed. You know what I'm saying? And when you're seeing something like this in your country, you gotta believe that God is coming back. I mean, really, even if you don't. I mean, monkeypox, they got another new disease over in China, 36 people. I'm tired of y'all, man. I'm really.
And the disease in China, look, they saying that shit new. They like, this is new into humans, so
It's a lot going on. And the pandemic coming, you have a shortage on chicken because of the bird flu. You got a shortage on everything. Inflation still went up 8.5%, regardless of the fact that the gas prices have gone down a little bit. It's a mess. It is.
Yes. You go to the supermarket and you be trying to look at the prices. Like, I'll be like, I'm what's the cheapest pack of chicken in here? And I still get to the register and I look at that. They rock me every time. I'm like, hey, yo, this is crazy. I got 3 bags.
It's rough out here. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be just, going so hard on y'all, but I'm just so tired of everything. I just binge
Look,
watch.
I be in the chicken section going through all the packages. Like, I don't care. 2 cents cheaper, I take it. Going all the
Oh,
packages.
speaking of 2 cents, Neo was on Drink Champs and he aired out his 2 cents about Ice-T and Coco. Let's hear what he had to say.
Wildin'. See? Is he wrong for this? He is wildin'.
How does that even happen? Squeeze Coco booty. Like, respectfully, yes. I see. How does that even happen? Squeeze Coco booty. Like, respectfully.
So he said Ice-T let him squeeze Coco booty. Should he have kept that story to himself? Do you feel like it was just a joke? Do you feel like Ice-T jumped out the window by letting a man squeeze on his wife's booty? We're going to go to the ladies for commentary. Whoever feels something, let us know.
Go ahead,
Would you let Neo squeeze on your girl booty? He like, damn, your girl booty looking kind of juicy over there. Would you say, squeeze? Try it. Test it out.
In Neo's defense and everybody else's defense, including Irv Gotti, it is Drink Champs. And if you don't notice, they get you drunk. And that's a story Lady Luck probably would have told. You know, I probably would. But I'm not going to give her a 5-minute segment. Like, I always had a crush on Coco. I wanted to do this. I saw Ice-T and just give all that. You know, if somebody let me grab their woman's booty and I've had me a few drinks, I'm going to let you know about it. I'm going to tell you.
I wonder how Coco feels about that.
But
that he even...
Well.
But yeah, but that he's telling it. You know,
right.
Maybe they, or you know what I mean? That he's like, yeah, the pimp that I am, like Coco's a hoe. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, like, yo, this is how he told the story. Like, yeah, because Ice-T said, well, you know, the pimp that I am, and then called Coco over there. She came over there. He whispered in her ear, and then she turned around and bent over.
Well, I mean,
really?
Then that's the kind of relationship that they got. So I can't knock them.
But they don't got that in public. That's all that's my point. Why tell the story?
Well, you don't know. Like, listen, there's no permission to touch my girl. None. You understand? It's on site. Well, no, it's not. I'm not gonna fight you, man. I'm gonna.
So you can't.
Hey, nobody asked you nothing. Nobody asked you nothing. Well, I would call the police.
I know you would.
You know what, girl? Let me do my show.
Yeah. Everyone, make sure you again are following the BEC Show on Instagram, and after the show, make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. Now,
hold up, Lissa. Wait a minute, real quick, Lissa. But Neo said he went to Ice-T and told him, "I always wanted to grab your wife's ass." Now, first of all, I can't even imagine somebody walking up to me in a club telling me that they always wanted to grab my wife's ass. First of all, that's the...
You know, they was drinking. Like, I used to always have a crush on her before she was your wife. Always wanted to grab on that butt. And he like, go ahead.
And what happened when they left is what I want to know.
Yeah, Neo and Irv is two different situations. I'm with you with that. Like, I wanted to... I didn't know what to do. One time I went to visit Shaq. You know, he called me to the studio. We had West Coast Customs. I didn't even know they had a studio back there. And I'm with my Shorty at the time. So, and we were sober. This was a sober situation. And then we were leaving, and then Shaq was talking to Shorty. He's like, "What's your name again?" And she told him. He was like, "Yo, I swear I feel like I pushed up on you before. Like, I tried to hide. What the fuck am I supposed to do?"
That's different from telling you that he want to grab her ass.
He said it in front of her, though.
He said it like
yeah, different.
5'6", and at the time, this is like my cocaine weight, so I'm like 158, 160, and it's Shaquille O'Neal telling my Shorty that he tried to holler at her before, and I'm standing there, and I don't know what to do.
But then he know that was your Shorty.
Yes.
That wasn't your wife. Nah, my nigga.
So he make the free throw, and you be okay. Say, well, if you can make this free throw, you might could holler at her. You know he not, and that's the end of that.
Don't come up to me and tell me that you want to touch, that you like my wife, that you always wanted to have a sexual encounter with my wife. Don't tell me that. That's crazy.
Shaq's foot is this big.
That's a fact.
I'm not saying nothing. Sometimes, like you know, I tell my girl all the time, baby, look, you with a girl. I don't care about this outfit. Shut up. I don't care about this outfit. You know, if they violate too much, hello, police. You know, but other than that, like, I'm by myself. You know, I'm felon, so I'm not bringing the pistol. You know, it's a lot that holds me back. That's why I told her we went to Miami. I'm not going to South Beach, girl. We went one time. You know, the fellas is hollering. That's why I like to hang around Caucasians. They don't really disrespect you like that. You know. Yo, you go hang in a Caucasian club, they not grabbing your arm, yo, Shorty. They not doing that. And see you walking with somebody. They not doing that. They, hey, man, you know, I feel safe.
They gonna dance with her. But before we get into the chit chat topic, actually, how do y'all feel? So after only 9 months of dating, she done paraded around with this man. She said that this was one of the best sexual encounters that she had. He tattooed her children's initials, names, her name all over his body. So now in the news, allegedly Kim Kardashian and Skeet are no longer an item. Kanye even posted, you know, that he was dead or something. And so now he's saying that they're saying that Pete Davidson is going through mental anguish and all these things, and he's counseling. How do you feel about their relationship?
Me too. When I saw that he's using that mental therapy anguish thing, I got a situation going on right now. I said, oh shit, you damn right. And I responded back in the email. Now I gotta go to whatever Pete Davidson is doing. So keep fucking with because let me tell y'all something. America right now is out of control, so you better take advantage. And what I mean by that is I'm suing everybody. When I tell y'all within the next couple months, you're going to see Lucky suing this one, that one, this one, that one. I'm going to sue myself. You know why? Because in America now, you can sue people for mental anguish. You can sue people now. So he is just gearing up to let y'all know, Kanye, I'm coming for you. So that's the first step, to let everybody know, oh, mentally I'm going through this. You understand? Then you destroyed my relationship. You did a video. I mean, Kanye, I know you're a billionaire, but you really made it easy for him. You threatened his life because you did a video burying him. That when they broke up, Skeet Davidson dead. All of this stuff, that boy, listen to Psychic Lucky. Call me now. He's suing you. Yeah, watch. Especially now that them two is broken up. And I got your kids tatted on me. I thought that was too much. I thought it was very creepy. 9 months in, you don't even know their favorite colors at this point. So I'm just letting you know, Kanye, he's coming for your head, boy.
I wouldn't be surprised if Kris Jenner started managing Pete Davidson. Because, I mean, I feel that was the whole reason why he got with Kim Kardashian. He knew what it was going to do for his career. Only a couple months into their relationship, he quit his job at Saturday Night Live. He went on a tour. He started doing he knew what he was doing with that. Babs, how do you feel about this breakup?
I wasn't here for the relationship. I'm happy for Kanye that he's happy about it. I really wasn't here for it. I don't know them. It's so it don't matter. But me just being nosy, and just my nosy me and putting myself into somebody's business. I'm just like, yeah, I'm not here for it. Yay. Go back, try to fix things out, get your family back so you could be in a house with your kids and you can make sure that Kim don't have them on TikTok and all of that shit that you don't like them on.
They're not legally divorced yet because Kanye has lost his 5th divorce lawyer and asked to be excused. So we don't know if he's paying them to leave the case or we don't know if they just really can't deal with him.
Well, then Kanye needs to sue Pete then too for sleeping with his wife and causing him mental anguish. They sue him too. You slept with my wife. You got my kid's name tattooed on you. You out at the amusement park with my kids. Shit stressing me out. You going to the Met Gala and all of this shit with my wife. I'm stressed out.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I don't know if just because I'm mature now or I see life differently, but I see the Kardashians' power diminishing in front of me. You know, Chloe, I mean, you're really going out sad.
Had no real power, okay?
No, I'm just saying because, you know, people put them on the cover. I think it was Vogue and called them, when this was very disrespectful when Obama was in office, and called them American royalty or something like that. You know, people have basically idolize these people. But let me tell you something very interesting. So BuzzFeed, they do these articles. I love reading them every day. BuzzFeed did a breakdown of Kim's relationships and Pete's relationships. And what is so interesting about Pete is that he has never been in a relationship longer than this one. He's in relationships with people for a couple months. He proposed to a couple people as well in the short span of time. So, you know, I believe that this age difference. You know, I think that when he first got together, he was a breath of fresh air for her. He was blowing her back out. You know, but he has some immature ways, because Kim has dated, you know, men who are a little older than her or in a different mind space. You know what I'm saying? From what they portray on television and things, from what we could gather. But Pete, Skeet ain't never been in no long relationship either, you know. This is his most high profile one, next to Ariana Grande. And even with that, she broke up with him because, you know, the Mac Miller situation happened, and she felt guilty about that. She thought she had contributed to his overdose. So, you know, his drug use. So it's just very sad. But Pete, you know, he's probably immature. You could look, you know, and she wasn't for that. She got over it.
He looks like he'll skip a shower. Like, I don't feel like showering today. Like, what?
No,
That's how.
that's common in our Caucasian brothers and sisters thing. They'll tell you, like, Angelina Jolie at one point in time, like, remember for a couple months, everybody was coming out, like, Ashton Kutcher and everybody, like, oh, I don't shower, and like, I'm dirty. And I'm like, oh, man, you know.
I heard two, well, three people the day before yesterday. I was just like eavesdropping, being a little nosy, and it was three descendants of the Caucasus Mountains, and she asked her two friends, are y'all day showerers or night showerers? And one of them was like, I'm a night shower kind of person. And then the guy was like, well, I only like to shower when I think I need it. He goes, I don't even shower after when I go to the gym unless I sweat a lot. And I was like, what? Like, I'm a day in the night.
Yo,
I shower times in the day. Like, what?
In my outside days before I found the love of my life,
you would skip a day?
No, what? Yo, no. I mean, I'll keep it 1,000 if I'm in the crib all day long. I don't go outside. Like, don't act brand new, guys. You might, but definitely not from when I go outside into the earth. But I was talking to a girl who dead ass told me she showered every other day, and she was bad as a motherfucker, and I couldn't understand it. So I'm like, explain this to me. She was like, well, the body has natural such and such and such that you're not supposed to get rid of. And she really broke it down to me, and that was it for me, you know, because I don't know if I'm a you know what I'm saying? And then, like, for girls to be with girls, I need you to be fresh every day if you following what I'm saying. So I don't know what day it was. She was bad as a motherfucker, but I'm not gonna give too many details because I don't know where she at or who know her. But
we don't want that. We don't want that.
Yeah,
oh, now before we go, the quick chit chat topic was being flued out. Like, what are the rules of engagement when you are being flued out? Should you have a conversation beforehand? If a man is flying you out, should he expect you know, sex or like? Let me just show you this video. Hold on, because this man was kicking the girl out the car because she didn't give him, quote unquote, no cheeks.
No, you done flew all the way out. Look, y'all, she done flew all the way out here.
You really gonna record me?
I'm recording this shit. They need to know.
You really gonna record me?
No, they need to know. I done flew her. Watch out, don't touch my phone.
Stop recording me.
No, don't fly her out. Look, don't fly her out.
Bruh, you
pretty.
She's not off. No cheeks. I've been FaceTiming her.
This is my cheek.
I'll fly her out, pay for her food. She wanna take a shower, walk around in my room with a towel on. I can't get the cheeks though. I can't get the cheeks though. I can't see your plate. Buy your own ticket. You been trying to come for cheeks? Nah. It's your bag. I ain't even get your bag. Here, your bag right here.
Nothing.
Cool. go. I'm dead serious. You ain't want to give me no cheeks. You gotta deal. Because you can't get no coochie. No, I'm saying. You gotta go.
All right.
Hey.
Now, so
Couple things with this clip. One, brother, your game ain't tight. Because, you know, for one, like anybody who calls it cheeks does not get any cheeks. You know,
right.
Like that was so corny. And if you flew her in town and her and your energy ain't come over her pulse, and if you know she didn't want to give it to you, that's all on you, brother. Because I ain't never been around and somebody ain't just throw themselves. You know, I be on the point. I be on it like, chill. Let's take our time. No, we're not. Ah! You know what I'm saying? So if he felt that way, he was extremely corny. You know, he had made her pay for her return flight home, allegedly, if this is not a skit. You know, first of all, I ain't flying nobody out. You know what I'm saying? I was on the phone with this girl. She's like, when you gonna fly me to see you? I said, oh, shit, bitch. I ain't calling you no more. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I'm happy to be in a relationship right now. Because when I was single, it was fun. But it's a lot of psychotic women out there. But I'm not flying you out. And if I fly you out, I don't know. I'm not forcing you to have sex. I guess because I'm you know, me. But these people throw themselves at me. They get upset. They're like, you ain't gonna give me none? No, girl. You know?
Babs, how do you feel? Do you feel like if a man flies a girl out that he has the right to have expectancy? Should a woman even put herself in that position? Because after he said you got to get your own ticket, she said, but I came out here with nothing. So it's like,
that's her fault. First of all, you shouldn't be traveling nowhere without no money. Second off, he said that they was talking for a while, like for weeks over FaceTime, and they was having like certain type of conversations. So that's what made him feel like it was gonna go down. And so if you flying out of town and you don't want to sleep with a man, you have to have these conversations before you get on that plane.
But how about,
and first of all, get a round trip ticket, but have him send you the money. Have him send you the money, and then you book the flight. So it's on your card. So they can't go back and try to cancel the flight, you know, or do anything like that. If you don't have no money, then say, listen, send me the bread, I book it. That's it.
I'm not sending you nobody the bread. Let's pull up Cage.
Why? Because my thing is, what you think I'm gonna do? Run off with $200? How much could the plane ticket possibly be? So if somebody felt away, what could possibly be your reason for not wanting to send me the money? You think I'm gonna run off? And if you think that, then I definitely don't. I definitely don't want to come see you if you think I'm gonna run off with your little plane ticket money. Fuck out of here.
If your aura and your energy does not make her want to be intimate with you, it is not her fault. It is your fault. You know what I mean? Because women, like, you know, we know when we want to sleep with somebody immediately. When I was trying to be straight back in the day, and I was dating guys and stuff. There was a guy I knew, his name was Friday in one of these African languages. Kufi, coffee, whatever. His name was Friday in one of these languages. I remember that from dinner. And his aura, I was like, man, and I might have to do straight stuff with this man. But after dinner, after we talked, I mean, everybody just shriveled up and said no. You know what I mean? Because it's like I had to sit there and listen to him talk. We know within the first 30 seconds to a minute how we feel. So, like, if he took her out to eat and he drinking and they having some drinks and your whole aura is not giving her, you know what I mean? She's not going to do it. So he might have been mad corny.
So get your own hotel room, B, because you already know what it's hitting for. You know what this man is expected. He said he spent racks on her. Let's make that clear. He said, yeah, I spent racks on you. You in the restaurant ordering lobster and steak, and you ain't got no money?
That's what we do in my house. Me and my mother and my girlfriend, so we make fun of each other. We point and we go, you big dummy. So, you know what I mean? My mother does it the best. So I'm pointing at him, you big dummy. you know, you spent racks and stuff. I mean, it's part of the game. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, I went out to dinner with girls and did stuff with girls that I ain't touched. You know, you know, it's part of the game when you single out here. You know, so if you don't want anybody, sir, to do that to you, I would advise you to get a streetwalker, a lady of the evening. They know what's up, you know what's up, and you might save more money. You know?
No, and I would advise you guys to have clear conversations. You women too. Don't get on no plane. Let no man spend no money on a plane ticket and taking you out and think that he don't want to smash. This is just to be expected. And if you don't, now he didn't try to violate her. He just said, "Well, you can't stay here. Like you got to go."
You need to fly.
You have to pay for yourself to go back. Like,
yeah, I'm not paying for you to go back. You lined me up, bitch. You made it seem like it was all good. We FaceTiming for weeks. You get out here, you know what it's hitting for because we had these conversations, right? You flirting with me, you sending me pictures of you in your panties and bra and shit. Like, what do you think it is? We in a hotel. Like, and now you like, oh no, I don't want to be touched. Word? Well, you gotta go home.
Well,
I want to touch people here.
He's a gentleman for that because, you know, allegedly some other people take it. You know what I mean? So yeah, come on, people take it.
well,
yeah, don't go nowhere without no money. Not on no dinner date, no nothing. I don't care. Don't go.
Hold up, you let me hit the first night?
Yeah, and I got a house out of it.
Okay, stop telling people.
Wait a second now.
We're gonna talk about shit. We were talking for a minute, right? And then the night before our date, we were on the phone, and she's like, "Well, you bet not. You ain't getting none. I hope you don't think you get it." Is mommy still watching?
I hope not.
You know what I mean? But she was like, yeah, no, we ain't doing nothing on our first night. But mommy, they can see you.
Mommy, cover your head. Queen, my queen. You got
Come on with that now, please.
Come on, my queen.
Tell them.
Chill, my queen.
All right, we about to wrap up the show. Okay, it's time to shut it down. All right.
Oh man.
Okay.
All right.
Close the door.
Queen, close the door, queen.
Well, there you.
Close the door, queen.
No.
Close the door, Chanel.
Mom, I'm on the show still.
Close the show, my queen. You gotta relax.
Okay, well, there you have it. You know,
Done. Okay.
I hit the first night, and now we all live happily ever after together in the house.
That's what some bomb ass.
But so I'm saying, but I mean, she she said no tomorrow. Don't expect nothing. I said, all right, cool, and I just played it cool. And then she threw herself at me. You know.
She got me gas.
Okay, hold up, man. This.
I don't think that that's just not my style. Like, I had a celebrity after an interview, like it was just like I posted something and then like it tells that the person mentioned you, so then he said something and I was like, oh, you in Atlanta, something like about the weather because it was cold here and it was warm there, and he was like, I'll fly you out here, but you already know what's up. And I was like, well, I'm gonna stay here in this cold New York.
Yeah,
that's my style.
I don't offer.
So to all ladies that's being flued out, you already know that there is a sense of expectancy. So you should, it's not even, there's no conversation really to be had. Like, what are you talking about? You lying? Like, what did you think? He just flying you out to court you? I mean.
That's it. You should have got your own room, boo. You could have flew out there. If you didn't know that you wanted to smash, you should have been like, all right, I'm going to fly out there, but I need my own room. Now, if you feeling it and you want to go in his room or have him come in your room, then you could do that. But you got to have your own shit secured. If your shit ain't secure, don't even take the trip unless you're going to let him hit. Bitch.
And he said that she was walking around like Winnie the Pooh with just a t-shirt and nothing else underneath. So it's like, you are here trying to entice people and you being funny. So it's like,
And she put herself in a dangerous situation.
Yeah.
That he was a gentleman about it, because if she said no, he could have, like, what you talking about? I spent all this money, and don't act like we don't know people who say, you know, it's on.
I spent all this money. Don't act like no dummy. Okay?
I saw somebody that what if she changed her mind? So what if she changed her mind? I think that was Overflow.
That's what I was saying. Because his aura was whack.
She could have changed her mind, but that's why she should have had her own room from the gate. You should have been, you don't know this person. This your first time meeting them. And so if you're not in a position where you could get the fuck up and hop in your car and bounce, then you should have been like, yo, I'm going to need my own room. And then, you know, if I feel like sleeping with you, spending the night with you, I will. But if I don't, I need to make sure. I don't know. She should have had that. What if I don't like you? What if you don't like me? It could have been the other way around. He could have not liked her. You know what I'm saying? So
could have had bad.
Right.
Yeah, like, give me my room. Give me my room, please. Okay.
And just also, we should just always know that dating doesn't mean that you have to engage in, you know, sexual intercourse just because you go on a date, whether you're getting flued out or whatever. I mean, flued out, I feel like is a little bit different because it's like, what you thought he was booking this flight for? So, but when you're going on dates, I was just listening to, I forgot the name of the pastor, but when you go on dates, it's to get data. So you're going on these dates so you can figure out if this is somebody you could be with. Do you really like this person? It's not about, you know, taking it to a sexual level immediately. Because what are you creating these soul ties for? Why are you having these casual experiences when, like, your body is special? So, I mean, learn from people's mistakes. That's not something I would do. But again, I don't judge people that do what they do, but you are putting yourself in an awkward position. How are you?
Peace, Queens. What's going on? I didn't want to interrupt you. That's why I ain't saying that when I first came in.
I appreciate that.
Now, sir, with the dope coordination, I love the outfit.
Good looking. I just threw this on. But peace, yo, Babs. I know you for a while. Me and Luck, we had a little altercation real quick on your live one time. He was doing like a karaoke thing, and I bust out the whole New Edition act and shit.
My guy, okay, you said, I just say no, please don't. No, you my guy. You my guy. You did it.
No doubt.
You said altercation. It was like, oh.
Not altercation, my fault. Poor choice of word, but Babs, you cool with my daughter, TT.
Me and
okay.
On live one time, and somebody logged on and they told me a whole bunch of stuff about myself. So I was just that this was
Now, first I wanted to say y'all doing your thing. I love what y'all doing here. Y'all all looking beautiful. Y'all representing the queens as they should be represented, which is dope. I do want to talk about Homeboy and flying people out and this trend starting. I hope it's not becoming a trend, but I'm kind of old school. I'm from the Bronx, and where I'm from, all that's illegal. Like, you shouldn't be paying for girls to come from another city or tricking or all heavy. If you can't get her on your own recognizance, it shouldn't be happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wilding, you overstepping your bounds. And he's corny for the flight. Flying a girl out is corny off the top. He's corny for the video, even more first and foremost. And like you said, he is corny for using cheeks.
But why? Let me ask you a question. Why do you think it's corny to fly your girl out?
If it's somebody you've already developed a rapport with, you know, I'm old school. I've been married for 15 years. You know what I'm saying? So when I bagged my wife, there was no Tinder and all that crazy apps and meeting online. All that shit was still crazy back then. So to me, I still don't even understand that whole process of how you bagging somebody online, not meeting them, and then trying to fly them out. You never met this motherfucker. They could be crazy. They could be lining you up. You know what I'm saying? I used to deal with girls from the polo grounds. Every one of them will line you up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just flying nobody the way I live. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really.
You know, sometimes you meet somebody, you know, and then you're talking to them on FaceTime, you know, every day for months, and then you like, all right, you starting to get to know them, you know, and then you like, all right, let's meet in person. You think that's corny after then for the guy to say, I'm gonna book your flight. I want you to come out here so I could spend some time with you.
Maybe he should fly to her, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he should be flying somebody to a stranger to his city, to his hometown. She could be lining you like crazy. Like, it's wild out here. People after the pandemic, niggas that used to spending all that money, they ain't got it no more. They trying to line niggas. Like, this is happening. Y'all gotta chill with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't
It was dangerous on both of their parts because she didn't know if that he was crazy and was going to get forceful with her for saying no. And he find this girl out that he probably met on social media. And you're absolutely right. Don't know if he's lining her up. I think they both wild for that one, especially bring her to the crib, like not even the hotel.
Yeah.
And so, I mean,
I think the only way that is possibly in the cool realm is if you're in a city. Like, say you go to Miami and you just like, yo, I'm in Miami, and somebody DM you, and you just happen to be on some out of town shit. We trying to get this quick slide off. Let's meet up real quick. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Like when it's a desperate, only a couple days situation, you might want to take in shit from all areas. But if it's regular normal, you shouldn't be $5,000. You wild.
Now again, outside days, I did fly a girl to LA, but at the time, my friends were scammers, so they used their card. Didn't come out of my pocket.
Okay. So still a free trip.
Staying in mansions that they was renting. Again, not my card. But when Shorty got there, I didn't want to do anything when she didn't turn me on. So, you know, I think maybe we cuddled. I didn't even kiss her because in the pictures, you know, you didn't see all the acne. And I'm not judging no acne. It just was like, I've been catfished a lot in my life. That's why I stopped, you know, why I was like, you know, FaceTime it, let's do it. And you still can't trust FaceTime, but I'm telling you, I've been catfished a few times in my life. So
FaceTime is a must.
Yeah, thank you for calling in. You know what I mean? Thank you for giving.
Thank you.
Much love. I appreciate y'all. Keep doing your thing, yo.
Thank you. Appreciate you too.
I was doing karaoke. People would just come on and sing. When he did his new audition, he got up. He had the microphone. He was dancing. He killed it, man.
Yeah, I'm a little bit of a ham. You know what I mean? I like to just go. You know what I'm saying? I got actually a project dropping soon too, so I'm gonna be going a lot.
All right, fire. Well, congratulations on that. May God bless you with favor amongst man, most importantly, favor from him, and let this project go off. You know, we appreciate you coming on.
Period.
No doubt.
Definitely.
No doubt.
Yes.
All right. Love y'all.
Look, we gotta do this. We gotta do the karaoke thing again.
Yeah. No, we had a great time doing that. You know, shout out to everybody who showed mad love. Quarantine karaoke, we had that shit lit. It's just that, it's just that to sit there for 2-3 hours when I used to do that, I used to be so drunk at the end of the show. I'd be like, all right, y'all, I gotta go, and just because I used to get so lit. You just see me just sipping. And sometimes I don't even remember if I saved the show. I wake up the next morning, thank God. Or sometimes I'll just be so lit, I don't even remember who performed, you know, so we could definitely bring that back. No, I got it.
Yeah, let's do karaoke. We could do karaoke Wednesdays.
All right.
Get egg and cheese. Whatever. Figure it out.
Or Fridays. I definitely like to do freestyle Fridays. There's a lot of people. We have multiple businesses that we could give gifts from. So, you know, shout out to everybody. We'll think of something creative, you know, because y'all about to be back in the house. Yeah.
Are we?
There's a lot going on. Well, I don't know if you're not in the house. I don't know. But they got all kind of monkey pox, dog pox. Shout out to Rockwaller.
Two pox, chicken pox.
Yeah,
all the pox.
Everything is outside. So
yeah, they got kids are getting it now. Lady said she took her son to the barbershop, and he got it from the barbershop. So
COVID. It's COVID 3049, you know, out there. It's a lot going on. So I just pray for protection. No plague or calamity come near y'all home. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. All right. So
if you sick, stay home. Don't come outside. If you feel sick, stay home, B.
But you talking to
anybody I know.
Let me tell you how it's spreading. It's not the adults. See, what happened is the kid gets sick. Who the hell want to keep these little niggas home from school? You know what I'm saying? So the parent know they sick, but they ain't dying. Go to school. And then they going to give it to everybody else, and everybody else come home. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's passing.
That's still the parent fault. If you're sick or your kids are sick, keep your kids at home, period. And I'm going to tell you one thing. Anybody that I know personally, if you got monkeypox, don't come near me. Because if you give me monkeypox, it's up. We got to fight. So I'm just letting you know that monkeypox, and be fighting with the monkeypox, bitch. Like, so I'm just letting you know that now. Okay?
it's biblical times we living in, man. It's a lot going on. You know what I mean? But yeah, so yo, make sure y'all stay up. Thank you for calling. Take your time, Pastor. Thank you for tuning in to the BEC Show on Hump Day. We will see y'all Friday, Freaky Friday. We're going to have a good time this Friday. We're going to figure it out, you know.
That's right. We'll figure it out. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any exclusive content. And while you're there, make sure you are subscribed to Queen of the Ring as well, the first female premier battle rap league. So support that as well. You can go to my website, MissLissaKnows.com. You can learn more information about me, and you can also get some merch. And don't forget to check out Lucky Enterprises, Lucky Tea, Lucky CBD, Lucky Crowns, and Lucky Sounds. It's your lucky day. If you're making music, make sure that you email thegreatestentertainment@gmail.com. Put music. Don't do it.
Yo, email the greatest submissions at Gmail. The information on our page. Also with Lucky CBD, we have a bunch of new products, dropping products for dogs, hair growth. We're dropping products for skin. We just redid the logo. We got the sunglass line dropping. You know, everybody's loving these shades that we got. So me and the people just going back and forth about those. Just serial entrepreneurship. And that's what we have going on. So shout out to the squad, shout out to the team. And with that being said, October, Queen of the Ring.
Queen of the Ring, prom night, baby. Get in tune. It's going down in New York City. I'm going to release the exact date very, very soon. But the month is October. Official adult prom / battle event. So get ready. Get your suits ready. Get your dresses ready. Get your wigs ready. Get your date ready. It's lit.
No more days will be played. It's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show with Lady Love.
Shannon Mack, you better pull up. It's going to be an event.
You better.
Sponsored by Lucky Crowns.
Hey.
Hey.